Everybody, welcome in. It's a lovely Friday here. And welcome in to CRT school. We're running late for our first ever school here, of course, right? Technical difficulties. I'm joined by my friend and cohort and amazing CRT expert, Dell from Delusionals Arcade. Dell,
What's
how
up,
are
everybody? I'm doing all right. You know, early morning. I had a lot of stuff to do this morning. I actually talked to Lance over at the Retro World Expo. He stopped by real quick, and then I ran downstairs, and then I found out your lens broke. So,
well, that's cool. Yeah. So some people who may not know this, if you don't go to like Retro World a lot, or you haven't been yet, Dell's definitely part of the Retro World crew there with everybody, and it's always awesome. We get a chance to hang out each year, at least there once, and like talk about CRTs and look at stuff. Dell's always the man who takes care of like all the arcade machines, which is usually keeping you busy most of the time.
yeah, I try to stop by when I can. I make an appearance by your booth there for like 5 minutes, and I run back.
Yeah,
There's always something going on.
There's always something going on, but it's so awesome. And I don't know what, like, I haven't actually chatted with Lance since I got back, but I hope everything has been going good and stuff. I had an awesome experience there, and they do a great job with that. I mean, it's my favorite convention I ever go to, so.
Yeah, it's good. It's a huge venue. It's the only issue I have. It's so big. It's multiple floors. You have to run up and down all the time, you know, especially you with the CRTs. You're lugging them to your panel there.
Oh, yeah, well, this year, you know, the panel was up even higher, like to the highest floor, and I was doing like an elevator exchange, but thankfully I bought that wagon, and it made it perfect for moving CRTs.
Oh, yeah.
Like that thing, man, that thing's the most amazing investment ever. All right, we got a lot of Retro World people in the chat here. We got Bob from Retro RGB. What's up, Bob? We got Steve from Steve's Assorted Stuff also here. And you know, Steve's the man in charge of the large CRT wall there at Retro World, and just made a video about it. It's pretty awesome stuff. Good look behind the scenes of that thing. So kind of the Retro World team, I guess, here. And we today we got, actually, I'm gonna, since we're done with the intro there a little bit, I'm gonna chill the jazz music so that we can actually get some work done. So yeah, everybody, thank you for coming to class today. Again, admission is just please the low price of a like, and your tuition is paid if you've done that for us. So thanks again. We're just gonna have some fun. First class, we're gonna work on a arcade cabinet monitor that I have right here behind me, and Dell has his own version right here with him, and then we each have our own versions of BK467 analyzer here, which is the, you know, tool that we can use to test CRTs. So we're both going to have one of those set up. And to give you a rundown, this is the I got it right here. So this is a Wells Gardner model number 27K7193, 60 hertz chassis and setup. So this is one of the this is one of the more common ones, right, Dell?
Yeah, I mean, they K7000.
Yeah,
pretty much. They don't even read the other part. They're all the same cap kits and everything.
Okay, so that's what we're going to work on. We're going to be looking at that. We're going to test it because this one has an extremely dim picture. The chassis already been restored on it. Everything's been recapped. But the tube is just super dim. And we've got the tube in here. The person who owns it brought it back here to me he brought us a secondary tube with it from a CRT, which is in the next room. So we're going to attempt to like test this tube, and then we're going to attempt to rejuvenate this tube, because if this tube can't get any better, we're just going to swap it out with a different tube. So we'll kind of walk through what all that process is here, and we can go as far as we can go with it, because again, I have the other tube next door, so we could test that, see what that looks like. and just kind of work through that process. So
Steve, just to interrupt, you know what you need? You need like a disclaimer or something at the beginning. Somebody's asking in chat, is it safe for an amateur to repair CRT? Yeah, I would say as long as you're safe, you're doing it all at your own risk, of course, but as long as you're safe and you follow the procedures to properly discharge it and do all that nonsense first, you should be good to go.
Yeah, like, I think that the most dangerous part is when you start getting into have to do things while it's turned on. Again, trying to do those adjustments and the fine-tuning stuff. Largely, once you get everything discharged and you go through all those processes, take your time with that, it almost becomes kind of a harmless item if there's no other, you're not plugging it in again. It's okay to work on it like working on the boards from the stuff and then safely putting them back in and checking everything multiple times and then testing it. But honestly, it's not anything that you could do stuff like lackadaisically or anything. You kind of have to concentrate, because if you miss a step, it could be some kind of vital step. I mean, you could have forgotten to unplug the TV or something. So
yeah,
there's always...
Well, even unplugged, it's still dangerous. You just got to remind people that. A lot of people will unplug it and then start poking around and then get shocked. So warnings are there for a reason.
Like, if you, and then you might go, I know everything I've done, and then you're like taking it apart, like, oh, I never unplugged it from the wall. What?
Yeah. And Steve said I can do this.
Steve said it, yeah. So it's the gospel.
Yeah.
All right. So what's up, Ronnie? How you doing? FPGA Gaming. What's up, Jake? It's good to see you here. Word up. Good to see you guys. All right, we're going to. Well, we could just start by going through. Since you have the better setup already for the machine, you want to switch over to the view of your...
Yeah, so let me go ahead and switch over here. I'll get to some lighting first, and then I'll try to do picture-in-picture. But that's basically the B&K. You have the same one, right? The 467?
Yeah, I have the exact same one.
So you have me mirrored for some reason, but that's all right. I think it's just Discord.
It's just going to be Discord on your... Yeah, it's fine on the actual broadcast. What you're seeing right now is actually just a mirror of my screen. Yeah. So whatever you put up will just show up on screen right now.
Mm-hmm. So I can do picture-in-picture also. There we go.
Oh, cool. There you go.
So basically, these are the controls. You just have to set the settings, the G1, the voltage properly. Right. And the way you do that is, you have to look it up. So it depends on your tube number. So you go to tubular.atomize.org. I guess you could put that in the link for later, right, Steve?
Yeah,
people know.
I can. And
then you would click on that and just simply enter your tube number. It's pretty simple to do. I don't know if you wanted me to do that or if you want to do that, Steve.
Tubular. What's the whole website?
It should be. It's tubular. TUBULAR.
Yeah.
.atomized.
Oh, that's the part I
missed. Yeah.
That's all right.
Atomize.org. Yeah, you might want to share your screen because mine is completely backwards. But you would just type it in that website, and there's a little dialog box. You can't really see it because of the contrast here.
Yeah, I've got it pulled up here. So we're looking at, so that's the machine we're going to be using. Obviously, it's not anything that's... Here, let me go back to switch over our views again.
Switch this.
There we go. So I'm looking on here. I'm going to look up this CRT. GA63ADG.
So there's a sticker on there. What he's doing now is every tube usually has a sticker on it, and then you'll be able to see and just type that number right into the website, and it instantly pops up the settings that you need, the adapter, the tube neck type for the pins, whether it's 9-pin or
all right, I'm putting two
whatever.
Things
but
in there.
It's really useful. It's run by Ian from Coin Rejects. He has a podcast. And he kind of put together this site. So you could use the manual too, but sometimes the manual is outdated.
There it is.
Being 40 years old.
Correct. Okay, let's go. Put this over here for a second.
There you go. That's it. Yep.
This here is over here, and then we'll go do this. And this is the tube we're looking at, which I typed into the search engine, was this. and this is just what pops up. So it says again, USA, which is all right. 25 inches. Voltages here is 6.3 volts for filament.
Well, if you scroll down, it's going to give you the rejuvenator setup, and then it tells you the neck type, so it's CR23.
Yeah, and then
to the right, you'll see
50. Yeah.
Yep, the G1 is 50 volts. Yeah.
50 at 6.3. That's pretty standard. That's what I
Right,
always
if
run
when in
the.
doubt, yeah, use that. Yep.
That's what we usually run the CRT tester at for Trinitrons. Also, same value. All right, so let's take the spec away, and then we'll go back here, and I'll pull out the adapters.
All right. While he gets that in chat, they're asking how much do these rejuvenators go for? So I got mine maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and mine cost. This is like a unicorn. It was $60 shipped, and it worked from eBay. But now they're like $300 or $400. They're up there because they're starting to, break and not be around anymore. So
yeah, I got mine kind of similar situation. I wanted to say I paid about $100 for it, like in 20. Gosh, I bet it was 2018 or 19 or something. And the thing is I had to get mine and it turned on and stuff, but I had to do the whole rebuild complete thing on it for mine to really work right. And so that's the thing is if you don't, there's a lot of guides for it, thankfully, but they're so old, you have to get them like rebuilt.
There's a cap kit out there.
Yeah,
Arcade
and
Parts and Repair sells it.
Yeah, and there are other good models, but yeah, they've all jumped. If you find a working one, they've all jumped in price. I mean, I've seen some of them that are the really nice like Sencor units going for $1,000 up to like $1,400 now. If it's verified working, has all the adapters, and like it's in a nice James Bond looking case. There's like a metal case, and it was like the most recent unit from I think the 80s that was still really good. This one has always been the most accessible, cheapest option. I felt like, I don't know, it's still out there, but yeah, I watch them and they're generally $200 to $300 at least now.
Yeah.
And then they don't come with these adapters. Like you actually made these adapters or had them made for me.
Well, I had them made. There's a guy, the Arcade Buffet. You probably heard of him, Buffett. Yeah. He's like the arcade guru when it comes to CRTs. Yeah, so he built that. He basically just took a brand new, socket for whatever you need, and then he just pins it out. I mean, you could use you've been using the universal adapter, but that one's kind of a pain. You have to clip it in every time, and if you do it wrong, that's not good.
Right, yeah. So you have to sit there and look and make sure you're like positive you got everything's right. And you look at like a neck
board. One you just pop it in.
Right.
Yeah. So there's usually really just two, right? There's a CR31, which is a skinny neck. And then in this case, there are 19 inches. And also you're doing a 25. I think that's CR23, which is the fat neck. So you have both adapters there.
So here's the adapters I have for mine. I have the other one that you sent me, which is the smaller neck 31. It's this one here, again, very nice. And then the one that I had to actually make for mine is, like you said, a universal adapter, which, is one that I actually made from my own bill of material list there. This is one that I made from a Trinitron tube that is for the PVMs, and it's the 14-inch PVM. So anything that's the 500 or 600 line PVM that's 14 inches, this will fit on and work with them because it's done that way. But those are the only ones I have. And mine originally didn't even come with anything. It came with one that I used and cut and turned into that first Trinitron adapter.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, I have a whole bunch that come with mine. They're all for like black and white tubes, which I never use. But
yeah. All right, so we can hook this guy up. Let's see if we can get any closer here. I'm not. There we go.
Yeah, that looks good.
We go a little. See if I can. Focus that up a little bit more. There we go. So this is just literally slips on the back here. Like that. The other end of this, which is coming from a machine, right there. That'd be good.
Just checking chat while you do that. We have about 29 users in here. I tweeted it out on my channel as well. Try to get some people in here. So that would be nice.
Correct, yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, do us a favor. Just hit like if you could. And
oh, yeah, we got about 7 likes and 29 people in here. And I clicked the like myself.
Me too. So that's 3 of them. All right, here we go.
I see Bob's still here. He's moderating. That's great. Yeah.
So I got it plugged up here. That's all so far. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on.
So yeah, you don't really have to discharge it. A lot of people think you do. You don't have to, because you're basically replacing the chassis with this rejuvenator. That's what a rejuvenator is, really. It's just another chassis that you plug in.
Yeah, and it's not got anything to do with the anode cap or anything. That's all just staying. Anyway, plugged up. Let's go here. We got it's already set, kind of. So this is how I set the heater voltage on this diagram, or this little knob right here. So that's at 6.3. I have it on normal G2, 6.3 right there. And
mine is
then
backwards, but
50 volts on G1. This over here on the right-hand side, which some people are, which if you wonder about at the first, it's just telling you the line voltage or how much voltage is coming from the wall, or that you're actually getting in from the wall, which here it's like just under 120 volts AC. That's right. So then we'll go up to the next setup, which is the individual color setups. That's what we use these 3 knobs above.
yeah, and they're color coded.
Yeah.
Some don't have. Some will have one. Like the other models of these will just have one where you switch it from R, G, or B.
Yes. I have some of those, and I've never used them, but I have seen other people actually use them on stuff, like the single older units. All right. So we're setting this up to just run the test first off. These cutoffs are bouncing a bit.
All right.
And we're just 1 interval above 0 is where we're set to on there. Like that. And then to do the test, we just take and switch it over to test. And I mean, everything, like I just clicked to test and everything just went down to basically nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like it all is just going down. So there's like, I mean.
Yeah, I'm curious. Once you're done, I'm curious to see what this one is at. This is like a junk tube that I had just under my pinball machine.
I mean, this thing is so dark you can't see anything in it. But yeah, I mean, that's what this is what I had originally when I worked on it, I believed, but I wasn't. So when all these are reading so low, I mean.
Yeah, even when you turn up the knob for the tracking, that's how you
turn up.
So when you go back to your tracking, it's the second setting.
Yeah, the cutoff.
Set the cutoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to set the cutoff, you already did. No, actually, set the cutoff is the 3 knobs, right?
Yes, that's the 3 knobs.
And you're going to do the red one first. And if that's where you set it to like the little tiny 1 interval. Yeah. If you throw that all the way to the right and it doesn't go anywhere until the very end, that means it's really weak.
Yeah, like
it should
if
do
I
it right
turn
away.
it all the way up, man, they don't go very high. Like
they don't go anywhere. Yeah, that's a dead tube pretty much. So I would put it back to where it's supposed to be at.
Yeah.
You're able to move it still, just very weakly, right?
Very weakly, yes.
Yeah, but that's how you can tell. Like, if it like moves when you touch it right away, you know, when you're turning it up, then you know, okay, the tube is strong. But if you're going all the way to the right, like 9 or 10 setting, before you're trying to get that needle there, that means it's pretty weak.
Oh, there they jumped
That's my
all over.
indication. As soon as I see that, I'm like, oh yeah, this tube is crap.
Yeah, this tube is crap.
So that
Man.
means you can go nuts on it because
Yeah, right. Because we got
can
another
rejuve it
one.
a couple times. Sometimes it'll do it. It'll last. I've had tubes last, several years. Then I've had others that, a week later it's all drab again.
Gosh, every time I like adjust them, I look back and the other one's gone up. It's drifting up because I.
You also want to do it when it's warmed up, but it's pretty much warmed up by now.
Yeah, it's gone a couple minutes. All right, let's go turn these back down, and then we'll do this first. Reset this tracking, and then we can go in and, just start zapping this thing and seeing if we get any change, I guess, right?
Yeah, I'm going to link. I don't want to do it now because I don't want people going away from it. But if you want, I could link you to a video where I just take the 467 and I have a picture-in-picture. So I actually have a camera on the actual neck so you can see everything happening when I'm rejuvenating it. It's pretty cool to see. It shows you how to do all the settings and it's explaining, how to type into the website.
Yeah, I've done the... Definitely could share that. I've done the...
No, I know you've done it. I mean, for the viewers, if they're curious.
Yeah, like I've
later.
done the zapping thing. You get to see... People should see it because it's like you get to see the sparkling thing kind of going. Man, this thing is like crazy how it's drifted. Okay, let's just go with it there. That's fine. So every time I adjust it, one goes down, one goes up. All right, there we go. Yeah, I mean...
Now the next setting, it's on red.
So then we could go over... We could just switch right over to restore, right?
Yeah.
And then you let that go for 30 seconds, I think.
I mean, just to let it charge up, but are you in rejuvenate mode or clean and balance?
Clean and balance, but I don't think that's going to matter.
Just go to rejuvenate.
Just straight
I can just tell you straight over.
All right. Well,
you can't do worse to this tube. If it were another tube, you can do it. If it's kind of like in the yellow or something.
Yeah,
but this
here we go.
Can't do any worse.
See if I can do this. If I turn that off, you could go ahead and see. I know it's let me see if I can turn this a little bit more. Oh my gosh, it is very bright.
Yeah, I can see the neck glow. I see it right there. Yeah.
You can see that neck glowing kind of.
Right there. Yep.
And then maybe I can zoom in a little more. I don't know. Let's see here. All right, we'll try it. That's it.
That looks good.
There we go. Okay. So there's the adapter, literally just sending in that voltage. So, should I start with red? I mean, I know also, are you supposed to do this with the tube facing down? I guess that doesn't matter with arcade stuff. You can't
It doesn't really matter
it.
too much. Some people, if you get nothing at all, you can always face it on its face.
Yeah.
The reason you're doing that is so that when you knock off shorts and stuff like that, it'll fall towards the tube and not towards the neck.
Gotcha.
You don't want to try to take out a short and then it just keeps falling back in there. But you're actually knocking particles off of the guns itself.
All right.
But I would 90% of the time you don't need to do that. Yeah.
So it's warmed up, good and warmed up here. And I've got the manual printed here. Let me see what it says just to clean, balance, and rejuvenation. Rejuvenation set. The function switch to restore position, yes. And rejuvenate position. Wait 30 seconds. Press and hold the restore buttons 18, 19, 20 for the gun to be rejuvenated. So that's just the color-coded buttons over there that you guys saw earlier above the little knobs.
Yes, I'll show you them
off.
online, even though it's backwards.
So,
but those are the color-coded
buttons.
buttons.
Let's see here. All right, let's see before we do it. No, it doesn't show it backwards on the screen for them.
Oh, okay, good. So basically, if you hold this one down here, that's going to be for the red, the green, and the blue. And what you'll do is when you first start it, it's going to shoot over to the right a little bit because it's energized, and then it's going to slowly kind of wiggle, and that's when it's basically sparking inside the tube itself. And then once it drops to red, then you let go.
Right.
So you're going to be holding it down until all the activity happens. And then when it goes to red, you let go. Then you wait 10 to 20 seconds. That way it charges up again. Then you do the next one. Same thing. You hold it down. You'll see this move up and then kind of do this and wiggle around. And then when it drops to red, you let go. and so on. So
All right.
that's what he's basically doing on his end.
You should see some activity here, like sparking going on, hopefully. I'm going to do the push button. I'm pushing the button now. And you see how it went dark, but I'm like seeing nothing on the... There's no movement.
Okay. Now you wait a few.
Now I let it go and I come back, but...
Yeah, move on to the next one, I would say.
I'll try green.
So when you see it dim...
It's not actually doing anything there. It's like, could it be so dead that it's just...
No, sometimes it'll take a couple to wake it up. So now move on to the next blue, right?
Yeah, I just did blue there. That's why that's when you're seeing like... All right, I'm going to go back to red again because I've done each color now.
Before you do it again, go back to the... you want to check to see if it did anything.
Okay, so let's go back.
So flick it back to... You're going to go to this setting here, which is test. Yeah.
Let's zoom back out here a minute. Turn the light on. And go back here and run another test. Okay, set up.
By the way, we're going to go over this again once Steve finishes with his. I'll show you mine where it'll be the opposite, where you're going to see, I guess, this close up. And he's showing you the tube close up, but I can't do that. I don't have a camera set up right now to do that. Okay. But I do have it zoomed in on mine, so you can see exactly what these meters are doing and stuff.
Setup is good. And then, yeah, I mean, it's still, goodness, they're still not going anywhere.
Okay, so now you got to reset the cutoff to be 0.1 again.
Right.
Because the idea is it gets better and better each time you do it.
Okay.
But you may just have a pretty shot tube.
Yeah.
But the good news is that it's a K7000, and it's really easy to find. Like almost any 25-inch monitor you get, you don't even need to take the yoke off. You just plug and play and remove it, and it's a direct swap.
Yeah, that's what I was going to see, because the other one I've got two of those here, but one of them had a way different yoke than this for induction.
Oh, yeah. They have to be pretty close.
So that's what we were concerned about on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that's definitely getting hot there on that neck, you know? So it's doing stuff, but it's still...
So now you're moving over to Rejuve again once you do the settings, right? You adjusted them to point.
I was testing it, and then now I've run back to cutoff again, make sure everything's...
Yeah, so set the cutoff once more.
Yeah, I'm still like nothing. Oh. Wait a second. Cutoff's still too high.
I should name this monitor like you did with yours at the show. Because it's kind of an experimental monitor.
The one you have?
Is it Betty? What's the name of yours that you bring to the show?
Betty, yeah. Yeah, this thing is dead. Goodness gracious. Okay, so what should we do now? Just do the rejuvenation again?
Yeah. Make sure. I would flick with...
Do you change the voltage?
Back and forth,
like
just
which
to make
switch?
sure. So
which
the switch on the bottom,
about?
The rejuvenation and clean and balance,
Yeah.
like move it back and forth just to make sure it's
Yeah.
that it's really in the correct position. Because
Yeah.
it might just have been frozen there or something.
Yeah, it's over there.
Do you have your G2 set to high or on the left side?
It's set to normal right now. Should I set it to high?
Mine's set to high. Yeah,
Okay.
So go back and reset everything.
Okay.
Like make sure your voltages are good.
All right, we'll go it all the way back. I'll move up to high, and then we'll go all the way back to the original setup.
I've always had it set to high.
Okay. Yeah, I always have mine set like lower. Oh, that's good. There we go. Set the cutoff.
50, right? 50
Yeah,
volts.
56.3 again. Setting up
all right.
Oh my gosh, now I can't even get the cutoff to go down far enough. Yeah. Like
Don't get nervous, Steve.
The green
You're
cutoff.
Don't get nervous.
No, the green cutoff on high won't go below 0.2.
Huh.
And neither will the here. if I set the G2 to high,
Yeah, I've always done it on high no matter what, and it's brought a lot of stuff back to life.
and then I go to like the cutoff.
Should be test. Yep, cut off.
Oh, there we go. Now it's letting me go down on those other ones. This thing's goofy. I mean, this TV, this too, this.
All right, so we're setting them for one notch.
Like I turn one up and the other two go down.
Oh, it shouldn't affect them all. Should be one at a time.
Yeah, but no, like I'm seriously moving one and it moves the others.
Right, let me grab something.
So, either way, let's try to get them as close as like there we go. All right, cool. I've got them closer now. Okay, that's good. Yeah. No. No, keeps going, changing.
I'll go in picture here.
Whatever. Yeah, I mean, they're still going down on the when I go over to the test.
Okay. Well, put it over to Rejuve now.
Okay.
Wondering if did you bring that to the show when you did you transport it at all?
What?
Your rejuvenator.
I brought it there a couple years ago, but I had it in. We didn't.
I'm only asking because it get sometimes.
We didn't have a tube. Well, I mean, I just rejuvenated. Like I've only rejuvenated Trinitrons with it, and you take that, you do that on very low, everything, and it's always worked fine for that. But I've never been able to get one of these to actually rejuvenate it. It never like does anything. I feel like so. I don't know whether mine just doesn't work on this style of tube or something, or if. It's something wrong internally. I know, which was weird. All right.
But mine was also calibrated. There's a buddy of ours, Bruce.
Yeah, I mean,
who he runs a group on Facebook. He calibrated mine. He just grabbed it, recapped everything, calibrated everything.
Yeah, I've recalibrated. I've checked the calibration on it because you got to like. There's a resistor and an adapter to use for that. All right, so we'll go to rejuvenate. Like you say, I mean, we can't really. I don't know that it's going to make any difference. Let's see if... Here, actually, I'll leave the light on this time since you guys saw what it looks like.
Pressing the wrong button in the dark.
Yeah. So I'll just watch it, see if it does anything. I mean, it's going dark, but yeah, I'm not getting any, like, action at all up here.
The chats are right. They're saying, personally, I'd prefer to be high all the time. They're talking about the high setting.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, this thing just doesn't want to respond to any of this.
Oh. Wow.
Like, nothing. So I'm wondering if there's some kind of weird issue. Again, I don't understand it because it literally did. Before I went to Retro World, I used it multiple times to rejuvenate or clean and balance Trinitrons. It's worked fine.
Yeah, but it was a different adapter, right?
Yeah, it was the universal adapter.
So I wonder if maybe your adapter's wired wrong or something. I doubt it. He makes them all the time, but
well, let me see. I mean, I doubt it. No, I guess you're right. Let's turn this off. Let's take a look at this a bit. Should be pretty easy to look at. See. All right. Let's go back here. We'll go side by side again. So I'm looking here. I'll compare it to this. So interesting because it is definitely wired differently than my like universal one is, right? I could tell that. Where there's like,
but the thing is, even if it were wired incorrectly, you were getting when you were moving stuff around, it shouldn't have moved both at the same time. It should be individual.
That's
that,
what's
to me, is pointing
weird.
toward
This right, one of these is going to be the test line. Which one is the test line? Like the calibration line on my universal adapter. That is the top one, which is not populated on the adapter side, which makes sense. Let's see, let's do this. Which is interesting.
Oh, you can make it. That's great.
So I don't know. Yeah, I feel like maybe an issue there. How do I get like the pin out for the tube? I mean, I could just do manual hookup with my adapter. I guess I could just go straight off what the back of the neck board says here and connect it to the universal adapter and see if that makes any difference. So we'll go do this. Blue HH red. So when they're not, if there's two H's on there, does it? What am I? Does it matter which one I put H1 and H2 on? It doesn't say.
That I don't know. I usually just use the adapter and it works.
Yeah.
But I could take out.
What is your adapter's like?
Yeah, mine's
ring
the original
pattern look like this part to compare it.
I just make sure this.
Make sure they're the same.
All right, so I'm going to close this to get the more contrast. I'm going to go to here. So mine is, this is the original adapter, CR23 that comes with the B&K. So, you know, I just have different colored wires, but I don't know if yours are the same or not.
No, can you show me like the pin part where it goes into the other part, the part in your right hand? The part that goes
this
in
part here?
Yeah, disconnect that and let me see what those pins like. Which ones are populated if it shows it. Can you like point it that end up?
I could get them pretty close.
Yeah, there we go. So that I can compare that to mine.
Hold on.
Make sure that dang.
That's really close.
That's like that's the same. That looks the same as mine. Like the pinout on mine, how it's populated. That's exactly the same.
Okay.
So that's correct. Like that part. All right. I got you. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. We'll try because there's a G1, G2. I see. There's K red, K blue, K green, and then there's two H's, which should be H1 and H2. So I don't know that it matters to run even. We'll just see what happens if we run a test like that with this and go like that, and it just goes blue H.
What are you doing? Put in the universal one? Because you can wire it up, and while you do that, if you want, I can try to pop mine on the screen.
Yeah. Okay.
Try to rejuvenate it.
Sure. Here we go.
Let's see.
I'll populate this. Let's go over there.
All right. So I'm going back to this. So I have mine on the side here. And I just plugged it in, set it to the adapter here, plugged it in. So now I'm going to switch over to the machine. Hopefully we can do that. And when I turn it on, this one, by the way, is 6.3 and 50. I'm pretty sure I already set it, but I'm going to double check. I'm going to get up so I can look here. It's hard to see because I'm not right in front of it. All right. I'm going to go in a little further here if I can. I want to show you the meters on what they're doing. So the first one I'm doing is I'm setting this one to be 6.3 volts. The second one I'm setting to 50. Okay, after I'm doing that, I'm going to the next step, which is setting the cutoff. So the cutoff, I'm doing the red first, and you can see if I move it, this is, it's a pretty decent tube. It's moving up and down, no problem. It's getting a lot of movement. On Steve's, it was pretty much probably doing this where it just wouldn't do anything, even though it was turned all the way up. So what you do is you set it to the first little tick mark on the bottom. So there's little tick marks right there. I'll point to it in 1 second. It's these down here, right there, along the bottom. Hang on. No, I'm lying. It's actually on the top. When I looked at it again real close, it's these right here. So I'll set that to 1. I'm going to do the same for each one.
Yeah, yours moves nice. Get some life in your tube.
Yeah, I think it's a good tube. I'm not sure. It's just the chassis has major issues. And I'm trying to, it has collapse. And no matter what I've done, I've kind of given up on it. So it's kind of just a spare tube I have. Yeah, I just thought of something. You could probably have it.
I've got a tube here. I've got 2 of them here.
It'd be fun to see a tube swap. I've done those live too.
Well, that's what we can do. I mean, like, if you can't get this to do anything, we're going to test the yoke induction and write that down, and then we're going to pull this other tube in here. We'll try to test
so now
it
I'm going to
with
go
my
into
tester.
I'm going into test mode. So now that it's all set, I'm going to click it. So right now my tube, it looks like my green is a little weaker. And this is the blue right over here. And then of course the red, you can't see it all at once. The red looks perfect on this, which is rare. Usually the red is the worst of all of them. So I'm going to leave the red alone. That's good because that's all that fits on my screen here. So now that I'm in that mode, I'm going to go to rejuve mode, which is another click of the knob. It goes down. I'm setting it to rejuvenate mode. And then what I'm going to do, I'll move this up a little bit. Can you guys see that? Yeah. I'm going to hold this down. And then it's going to kind of jump to the right where it says good. So it's going to kind of go all the way over here and then kind of go down. And when it falls back to red, I'm going to let go. So here we go on this one. And I just let go. So that was 1. Now I'm going to wait for it to charge up again. Now I'm going to hit the blue in a second. All right, let's do it. All right, now I'm going to go back to test and it should be better. There you go. See, it falls a little bit. That's normal. And then this isn't really a true reading anyway. You have to go back to set cutoff because the cutoff now has changed. It's a little higher than it should be. So now I'm going to lower it. There it goes. All right, now I'm going to go back to test. So it looks like I did. I don't know if I really did anything on either one of them, but this one's still in yellow. I'm trying to get that to be normal. Some people say yellow is fine and they leave it. But what you're going to have to do when you're adjusting the monitor later, you're going to have to turn up the green to be a little stronger because it's not this, the gun isn't exporting as much, if that makes sense. So let's see, let's go back to here. Now this is rejuve, so I'm going to hit this one another time. All right, and I'll do this one for good measure.
Man, this thing is just like cooked.
All right, now I'm going to go back to test. I got a little better. I think this one's fine. I'm going to leave this one alone. But this one's still kind of jacked up, so now I got to go back to settings, set off the cutoff again. I'm going to go back to test, and I'm going to go back to rejuve. Everybody's cringing, going, "You're doing it 3 times? What?" Yeah, this one just will not wake up. And sometimes it'll get shorts when this happens. There's a short button that you press that's located right over here. I don't know if I can get it. Might have to zoom out.
Yeah.
There's a short button right here.
So I hooked
that
up
you
like
press.
I hooked up my universal adapter and I tried to do some things and it's like I can get there's some reaction from the blue, like what you're doing, but nothing like the red and the green are not doing anything.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So it's over. Let's see. Oh, the mine's in clean and balance. I could just keep trying like as we're doing this, just see if we can get it.
Yeah. So this is my gun right now. So this one was really good. This one's decent, and this one is kind of low, but it's not in red. So the greens are just a little weak on this tube.
All right.
But that's it. If you want it to go crazy, you can keep doing it, but I don't think it's going to really do anything for this
Yeah,
green.
we're gonna see. Let's go back. I mean, at least yours like shows something happening. Mine was just like not doing anything here.
Holding it down for a while to see if that does anything. Yeah, it does not like it.
Doesn't
again,
like
you
the
know,
green or blue.
Yeah, it doesn't. It just wants to stay low, and that's sometimes you just have to live with it. You know, it's not completely dead, but when
Yeah.
you're setting all the colors on the neck board, there's an RGB pot. You probably have to turn the green higher than normal. So that's the
Yeah.
other thing. If you do a rejuve, you should just center all your pots on your RGB because they're going to be stronger and all out of whack. Because after the rejuve.
All right.
And that's all I got. Yeah.
Cool.
So I'll go back to me.
Yeah, here we go. Let's go
Turn this off.
and see now what happens. I'm gonna like the only one I can get any kind of reaction from. So let me move over here and we'll see what. Whoa, ceiling view. Here we go. Let's get all this kind of viewed up. You can see a little bit better there. But like if I press red, oh, it's jumping this time.
All right. Why don't you go full screen? That way it'll be zoomed in a little bit for them.
It's actually doing something there. All right. Let's go
Cool.
there.
Well, let me get myself out of the way. I don't think I can.
Oh, you're good. Here, I'll move you.
Okay, I'm blocking you there.
Let's go. Move you
There you
down
go.
here. So it's actually going up to yellow though, and then it falls. And when shall it go?
Right now.
There you go.
Good. Yep.
And then we'll do blue now since we've done those other
We'll
two.
let it charge a little.
Oh,
okay.
okay. Well, we'll let it go. Then.
Yeah, that one's doing something. That's good.
Now, yeah, so that's actually good. Like before, I was getting nothing. So this is
You know,
actually
it could have
showing me
been too that the fact that you put the thing on and off, you took actually the neck off, it might have just deoxidized the pins, you know?
That's true. I mean, these things like this is a funky looking tube. It's definitely whoa. Okay, so we go back here.
Is that test?
I'm going back to the setup mode.
Yeah, go to setup for the cutoff.
Yeah, my silly button here is like
Those are those 3 buttons on top, right? 3 knobs.
I
So,
didn't even
you got
notice there's like a
these
little
right here.
This thing keeps spinning on me. Like my little button. I think I need to tighten it or whatever. Yeah, these are way high. Oh, look at this. I'm actually getting some reaction from my cutoff now.
Nice. Oh, see, you woke it up.
So we did kind of wake it up somehow, because this is not doing anything like this before.
Some people swear also by tapping the neck.
The
with
neck.
the screwdriver.
Yeah, I've heard people doing that too, man. It's like
You
a bunch
put it
of
on
crazy
its face
stuff.
and you gently tap it. It's kind of firm, but you don't want to crack it either.
No kidding.
But it takes pretty good force to crack it. I've done it. I've tried purposely necking a tube that I knew was dead on a live stream, and I could not. I was smacking the heck out of it. It would not break. Finally, it did.
It did?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So look, I mean,
got
we've
some life?
actually getting some. Let me get my microphone out of the way. We're actually getting some life back into this thing. I mean, it's like these are starting to come up.
So you set your cutoff just now already?
Yeah. So that was
Okay.
just.
So now
So
I would do the red again.
yeah, the red's still down. And if we get that up to balance, like a little bit. Cool. So, okay. Clean and rejuvenate. Now,
Usually it works in one shot, maybe 2 at the most. But
going back over to rejuvenate after that test. And let's see. Let me put this a little bit closer like that.
Yeah, we can see
Right
it.
there.
Looks good.
Okay.
I think it's focusing on the mic now, though, but there you go. All right, so now try looking at it to see what it did.
Going
Are
back,
you back to
set cutoff, right?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at, is set cutoff again.
Yeah, I thought it was the test. I'm like, wait, they're all in red now? But it's because
No.
you were setting the cutoff.
Yeah, I went back to set cutoff. Now I'm going to test.
All right, now go to test. Bam.
So now
Look at
that one's gone up, but these have kind of. So should I do the red or the green and then the blue again too? Probably.
I mean they're in the green technically.
No, this
but
one's fall into blue. The blue's fall into
okay,
yellow.
so then switch over to that one. You set the cutoff on all of them, right?
Yeah. So let's go back over. I mean, I want to do each one of them again. Go green.
Well, you're pressing it, but you're not in rejuve mode, are you?
Yes.
Okay.
And then before, I don't need to change it if I'm going to do the blue now, do I?
No.
Okay.
You just gotta wait 10 seconds or so.
Okay.
It just needs to charge up at
Right.
the maximum possible.
Yeah, that one's. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Very good. Okay, cool. Now let's go back
All right,
to.
now switch it one click only. You get a
Just-
general idea.
Oh, where it starts to go and then falls on its own?
Yeah. And then you can adjust it with the fine tuning of the tracking. So go back left one more click.
So now those two are good, and red has fallen down a little more.
Well, check the tracking, see what it says.
Like the tracking, what do you mean? The
So
set
go
cutoff?
back one. Yeah, the cutoff. Yep.
Okay.
Now set them to the one tick.
Yeah, they're at one. The blue went up a little.
Yep.
Green's at one. Red's a little under one. Okay, there we go. Maybe that was it.
All right, so now set it back to test.
Yeah, this one now is a little down, so it's
I mean,
like just
Why don't you hit it?
Yeah, I hit it again, right?
Might as well. I mean, this tube was dead to begin with.
Right. So where I
It's that
mean,
one,
this is
just
like
the red one.
nothing, or this is a lot more than we had, but we started. All right, here we go.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Let go. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, now go one click to see if it did anything. Oh, look at that.
It's
Now go
holding.
back to tracking to set it.
Look at that. They're all pretty. Wait.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
all good. Like middle more. This
So
one's
set your
tracking
cutoff
down.
again, just to see if anything changed.
Oh, there went my
It
button.
might have changed on the red for sure.
Red.
Might be more
Oh,
responsive.
man. Yeah, it is more responsive, man. I'll be interested. Like, so what I want to do after this is I want to take the like once I'm done messing with this, I want to take this adapter off, put the other adapter on, and see if we get any readings with that adapter with my machine.
Oh,
there.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
So that
Uber Micro Repair said, "Is this a Hantrax?" No, it's not. It's a K7000 Wells Gardner, 25-inch.
okay, so now I'm at cutoff set. Now we're just going to the regular test and everything. Man,
Everything's in green now.
Everything's like the same point on the green.
I mean, what's
meter.
great is that it used to be red before, but now
I mean,
you
it
have to
wasn't
see. Try
even
the other
showing
adapter.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't even showing anything before. So let's kick it back off. I'll zoom out a little bit more for a second. And we'll
Yeah, so
disconnect
I would
this.
shut it off and then swap the adapter, see
it's
if that
turned
works.
off.
Because you're pretty much done with the rejuve. You just want to go into test mode only now.
Yeah.
So the other myth about these things is that you don't have to, each time you connect it, it's not ruining your monitor. You can actually just go in test mode and not do a restore or rejuvenate.
Yeah, there's no
So-
harm in that, right?
Yeah, I did it at the show. Right
Right.
after you had your panel there, I did it to Pac-Man and RoboCop. Those are the two that I thought that the reds were bad on. It turned out it was a bad pot that I turned up, and it was fine.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that that definitely happens a lot. The pots go
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed. Like, oh, these don't need rejuves. Because they
Yeah.
were like 90% green. It was great.
Trying to get
And I
this-
saw, by the way, I saw your stream there. And I was cracking up when my phone kept going off and I was
Oh,
outside.
yeah.
It totally ruined your panel there.
Oh, yeah. You're totally ruined. All right, let me get this thing on here. No, I don't. There we go.
So someone's asking in chat, AM is asking, is there any easy way to determine whether a tube needs rejuvenated versus needing components replaced? Signs to look for. So, I mean, before you even connect anything, like not everybody has a rejuvenator. So what you'll want to do first is check your pots, like move your pots around. And if they do anything, then that means that it's probably fine. If they don't do anything, it could be a bad pot. Could be that your red tube is dead or green or blue or whatever it may be. Sometimes it's your transistors on your neck board or on the chassis. Usually it's the neck board because the neck board heats up a lot.
Yeah, right. These like
those are them right there. You see on Steve.
These are the potentiometers.
Yeah, those three black chips there are the
Right.
transistors. One is for red, one is green, and one is blue. And what you'll do is if one is out, you just swap them.
Right, and that same thing you
That
could
way
do
you-
that with the
The pots as well.
pots,
Yes, some of them
yeah.
are different, but most of them are the same. But you could always swap the transistors there, and then that'll tell
Right.
you, like, if you see red out and then you swap them, and then blue is out and red is fine, then you know it's a bad transistor.
and then you
So
always
those are
gotta
probably
check,
the easiest things. Yeah.
You always got to check your solder too to make sure
The
it's
reflow,
not
yep.
busted on there. So those are some
And
good,
reflow
those
is
are good
removing the
tips.
solder. Yeah.
And like that is the thing. Like if you don't have one of these machines, it could be a disadvantage because if there is a bad tube and you're like trying to go through the process of elimination by repairing everything else, and you always have a bad tube, there's like again, like this is a fully rebuilt chassis with you
Yeah.
could tell looking at the solder, that's completely redone.
But I mean, that's a free way of doing it, right? You can just swap
Yeah.
the transistor, and then if
Exactly.
it changes, then you take them both out and you compare them with a multimeter. If you don't, even if you don't know what you're doing, you just match. You put the red on one and the black on another leg, and then you test it, see what that reading is. Then you switch over to the other one, and if it's different, then you know that one's definitely bad before you buy and spend the money on it. So that's all free stuff you can do.
Going back over here now, set this up again. So we get these results in the picture, and I might move you to this corner. And so there's the adapter on here now that we've had. I can still see the tube glowing. It's always been glowing. It's pretty good.
So you're in test mode right now?
No, I'm setting it up right now. I'm just checking heater volts and G1.
Oh, that's smart. Right.
And then now I'm going to set the cutoff. Which, that is just crazy. Look at that. See how it's doing with this adapter?
Yeah, maybe it's just bad. At least we have live show evidence. I can
Holy
send it
crap,
back to,
that's
to
wild.
Buffett and be like, hey, man, you built a bad adapter. I
Yeah,
don't know. It could be.
what's going on there. Let's see. Maybe I can get all these to come back to see. Why is that one doing that?
Yeah. So I wonder if it was that after all.
That's crazy. Yeah, I can't get there we go. All right, come on. See if I can get anything going here. I mean,
Yeah,
but
I wouldn't even-
it's much more responsive than it was like when I was.
Okay. It's possible that. So go to test and see, but don't rejuvenate it. for
No,
sure.
I'm not going to. I'm going to just do a test.
It was perfect. Yeah.
So we'll go to test. Well, shoot, that one went down again. There we go. Down a little bit. Down a little bit. Down a little bit again. All right, that's all up. Let's see. No, see, it's doing the same thing. It didn't give me any results. Yeah, I think that something's going on here. Maybe like the heater cables, because you know how I said there was two H's unlabeled. When I did my originally I had it with like H1 and H2 in that order, going from like this way, and then while you were doing your demo, I switched them, the H1 and H2, and that's when it started working on my
Oh, okay.
little adapter. So I don't know if it's just swapped out
Maybe reverse
H's
the wires.
or something.
Yeah.
Or yeah, and maybe that's it going on. Let's go back here. So what we can do now, though, is since we know this thing is running better, should be able to hook it up.
Do you have a test pattern generator?
No, but what I could do is I've got my actual Neo Geo right here in the room next door.
Oh, that has the screens, yeah.
And what I could, well, I mean, it's got a Mr. Cade hooked up to it. So what I'm going to try to do is wheel that to the door, and then I should just be able to plug this power straight into the transformer and unplug my monitor, and then plug the video in from that into here, if I could get all that to work.
Yeah.
So
we'll go ahead and disconnect mine here.
We'll go for this, and we'll see. Because again, this thing was so dark, we couldn't see anything. Couldn't see anything with it. So I'll go ahead and wheel this over. Hang on one second.
Yep. Trying to find those playlists for you guys with the rejuvenation stuff in it on my channel here.
Let's see here.
All right, so in the playlist, I put a whole playlist for arcade repair or monitor repair. It's pretty much the same. And in there, you'll see, I fix various monitors. Same thing on the bench. You'll see everything there. And then let's see here. There's one that's specific that I guess Steve will link to, and I'll send them the link in like Discord or something. But it shows exactly what I did live, where I show all the, I show everything over here with all the meters and what you're supposed to set everything to, and then the website and what to go to. And it goes step by step, and then you'll see like a little picture-in-picture here with the tube. And as I'm hitting go, it'll show like what's happening and all the little sparkles and everything you see. So check that out when you get a chance. But he'll have it in the link as well, in case anybody's watching this later. In his description there. Let's go through some chat here. Let's see. All right, so you guys have the link. See, if you guys want to hit the thumbs up for Steve, that helps him out a ton. So I would just stop and do that when you can. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to his channel. I'm doing all the social media stuff for him. I believe he's on X also, formerly known as Twitter. And he has a lot of stuff where he'll post on there as well. And let's see. Yeah, I'm looking at Bob's stuff from earlier too. Yeah, Bob ironically lives like 15 minutes away from me here in Connecticut. And we hardly ever do anything because we're all busy with either work or family and stuff, and it's tough. We only see each other usually at the shows when we go. Let's see. Okay, so I think I got everything. There's no other questions. If you guys have any other questions, just throw it in chat.
I can't see down here.
I'm entertaining him. You're good. P0 or PO. Maybe it's P017. Oh no, it's PO. I get it. POS. PO17 saying, "Woo, nice arcade stuff. Hey all, nice to see you guys." He said he's still working on a Wells Gardner 4900 that keeps shorting. It's been a huge pain in my butt. Yeah, 4900 is my favorite monitor to work on, actually. It's pretty simple. It's one board, one PCB. It's not like the other ones or the PVMs that Steve works on where it has multiple PCBs you have to take out. It's just one PCB and you're done. Oh yeah, so Bob, yeah, we definitely have to meet up. So we have a friend DJ. He has a private arcade that has pretty much only candy cabs in there, and it's pretty amazing. He runs original boards. He runs FPGA stuff. He has tournaments. He has a channel as well, and we definitely got to meet up. I can probably let me think about this. Saturday, I might be able to do it this Saturday, Bob, if you're free, because my son's coming. He loves all that stuff, and he's never seen it. My daughter's seen it. My son hasn't. He's just been running track and all that stuff. So, assuming it doesn't have a meet or something, maybe I'll go and check it out. But yeah, so DJ, he basically rents a warehouse, is the only way I can say it, but it's awesome. It has a loft,
Okay.
And all kinds of cool stuff you can see. So we'll probably meet up. It's not too far from my house.
Let's see, is that on there? Do this. Let's go.
Yeah.
Finally on here. Okay, let's try to I don't know. Could you hear me still?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna switch over and we're gonna try to pop this on the screen here. Whoops, it's not the right one to move. Let's move down here.
I'm getting
And
dizzy.
and I'm gonna just like the arcade machines here, so I've plugged in the power to the transformer. That is how you normally plug in these things. They're plugged in directly to a transformer. This is the same monitor that's in mine.
Yeah,
And
you
then
can't
the
plug them in
input.
directly to the wall for sure. Yeah,
No.
it'll fry them. It needs an ISO block there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have it from the arcade itself has one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like there's the transformer block down in there. That's the way it's normally wired. I just disconnected the wire going to the monitor and the machine and popped the ones from this one on there.
Yeah.
In the same spots. So I should just plug this in and it should pop up with like the Mr. screen and after it warms up, hopefully. So let's just see. First plug in. I don't know if the surge protector's on. No. Okay. Let's see. I'm hearing it. Oh, there we go.
Nice.
So yeah, like that's actually
I don't know
bright.
if
Hang on.
I don't know if you centered the knobs or not on the neck itself.
Oh, I did not. Let's go here.
I usually when I do that, I'll move them back and forth just to work them because they're a little crusty.
Yeah. So
I'll
we've
move them
actually
all the way left, all the way right.
Right. So let's see here. Go to. Of course,
So is that a
I'm
Mr.
sitting-
Cade
I'm
or just
sitting-
a?
Yeah, it's a Mr. Cade. So
Yeah, those are great, man.
so like
I
I
have
can
one
go.
also.
Yeah, I can go in here. Let's switch around so you can do that. And I should be able to go in here and just pull up like even like a
So
Super
PO17, this is a K7000 he's working on. He's asking in chat.
Okay. Yeah, this is K7000.
Wells Gardner.
Mm-hmm. So let's see here. So there we go. Like we could pull up the 240p test suite right here.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any color bars anywhere?
But I do. This will do that. I'd have to. I can't access the controller. Because it's hooked up to the control panel. So let's see here if I can.
I mean, just run a game. You'll be able to tell right off the bat.
If I can. Whoops. How do I? I can't ever remember how to use this stuff. Define SNES buttons. Maybe I can do that. Yes. Okay. Let's go. Yeah.
People in chat are saying they've worked on this K7000 before. They said it's a fun monitor, hooked up Super Mario from the NES to it via RGB once. The tube is very worn, though, on his. So, they're older, right? And they get a lot of, I feel like 25-inch monitors are the ones that get beat on the most because they got converted to everything nonstop. So
well, and these guys were running all the time, right? They're running all the time, usually. Awesome. Look, we got this. Okay. Let's see here. We go test pattern. Go like this. That's okay.
Oh, there.
So there's some. I like this.
So that looks off a little bit to me, but it could be the camera. I would set them all to center. Like, just leave it on that and do it.
See if I can remember how to get out. There we go. So I like to use this one because it shows me like I've got more blue and the red's a little low. So I need to increase the red a little bit. Kind of. You could kind of even see that right on your screen. You see how much lower the red is. The green's nice and the blue's kind of close to that too. So if I do what he's talking about and start whistling these pots, you'll see hopefully some improvement. All right. Cool.
The good stream guys, hit the thumbs up, of course. I gave them all the social media stuff when you were gone.
Awesome.
So that way they can subscribe to you, all that jazz.
I'm sure most of them are here.
But the algorithm can do its job if we hit the like button.
Where are we going here? Let's see. This is red is on my right, and I can just turn it with my hand as long as I don't touch it.
Yeah, move it back and forth.
I'm trying it, but
all the way off and on.
Like you said, it's a little crusty. Let me get a something to stick on it.
You looking for a plastic tool?
Yeah. Hang on.
He's looking for one of these. I could send you one. I have one that's over a foot long. It's crazy. In case you're nervous about touching stuff. So AM, this tube was completely dead before, right?
Let's see here.
It was really dark, and when we put on the rejuvenator, it was all in red, and then we got it to be green. So we did good. So FPGA is asking FPGA Gaming, hey, Dell's Arcade, what's their technical background? How do you know so much about this stuff? So I've been doing it for, my YouTube's like 17 years old.
Oh, is it?
So I just did it through forums, John's Arcade is good too. It's a good resource to know. He knows a lot of stuff. I actually predate John, believe it or not. I had it before that, but I wasn't as active. But then people kept asking me questions over and over in the forums, so I started pointing them to my channel. And I said, hey, I did a video on it here. Just go here. It's easier. And then it kind of just caught on. But just reading, doing your homework, experimenting. I have 27 games in my basement. You can't even see it. It kind of goes all the way around. If you check out my channel, you'll see it. I'm trying not to get away from Steve's channel here, but I have like walkthrough tours on my channel and all kinds of stuff that I do. But yeah, that's how I know it. I just love the game. I love doing it. It's a great hobby. My background actually is broadcasting, ironically, which you could probably tell. Like I try to get the latest gadgets and stuff when it comes to picture in picture and all kinds of stuff. I can do up to 3 actually if I have another source. I have another wireless HDMI camera that I can walk around with that connects wirelessly. I just didn't feel like hooking it up today, but if I do it, maybe in a future thing, Steve, he'll tell you that I can just give you a quick tour of my arcade if you guys want on his channel.
Oh, cool! Look, there we go. So we're starting to get some.
Oh yeah, he's adjusting the red right now. Looks pretty good.
So I feel like they need to come down a little bit and then more like down, and then maybe the overall brightness of the whole thing brought up at this point.
So Anthony Den is asking if the phosphor creates the color. Not exactly. The phosphors are what glows, right? But the actual guns are what creates the color. and if they're weak, it's not going to get to the phosphors. I think it's probably a layman's way of saying it. But yeah, lots of reading is how I got where I am now, and watching YouTube like you're doing now. So you'll be experts in no time. Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Like that looks much better. And then you can go like, let's see, RAM.
With the test pattern generator that I have from Crafty Mech.
Oh yeah,
this
look
guy
at that.
Aaron
We
makes them.
sharpened it up. Oh yeah.
You can go full screen red, so you can see the purity.
Right.
You can go green, blue. It has like a burn-in screen too, where it drops these little like screensaver things that it doesn't burn in your screen, but it, lets it be on for a little while before you say, "Oh, it's good."
Well, that looks much better.
So, have you had this, Steve? Have you had this monitor on a live stream before?
No, I have not. I think I've done just. I think we've done just.
Where someone's asking for a before and after, and I was going to tell him, well, just go to his other video he did on it. But
I don't know. Like you couldn't even see it before. I mean,
yeah,
it wasn't like it was just so dim. I wonder if I have any photographs. Because this is a restoration I did for a client years ago, and I was like, and it was before I could even I didn't have the know-how.
Why don't we do this? Why don't you they can tune into your Twitter,
great,
and you can just post it to Twitter. That way they can see a before and after.
Yeah, I will.
That way you can dig up the
I was going to say if I could find it real quick, we'll look. But
yeah.
If not, so this will have we could go look at the white, red, and green.
Yeah. Right. People are saying videos like this one are a great resource. There you go, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Here we go. Let's see. The problem is, there we go. So we got blue, green, red. This tube looks better than the one that's in my machine. It does have a little burn, but not much.
By the way, I think you have, in your lower right, you have a Super Metroid graphic. I'm not sure if you're aware on the screen. Oh, now it's good. I don't know why that was weird.
Oh, interesting. So, yeah, there we go. We've got colors here, and to kind of recap what you were saying, that's really the way I learned about all this stuff. There wasn't a lot of, I mean, aside from some guys like you mentioned, and probably yourself, I'm sure I found you. Then there was some stuff on arcade stuff. Was really the only thing that there was anything on was on arcade tubes back 10 years ago. And then it really was just reading anything you could find about manuals and servicing stuff it says in there.
And on the flip side of that, you always asking me about arcade stuff, it's a little different. It's slightly different, but then I'm the opposite. I'm nervous about PVM stuff. Remember I brought my thing to the show. I'm like, right. I'm not touching it, because it's more delicate, I guess.
If I look at the black here, there's definitely some red coming through. You can't see it on the camera, but I have to get the bias and whatever down on that. But overall,
oh yeah, so that's the cutoff. There's a thing called cutoff.
Yeah.
There's RGB pots and there's cutoff pots. The cutoff might be set too high.
Yeah, I think that is.
Do you have a grid?
Yes.
Whoops. You can tell if it's bleeding on that.
Color bleed check. If I keep pressing the right button. There we go.
So we have Michael the Red Fox and his tech just joined the chat. He says hi.
What's up? So that's all pretty good. So what we'll do is first I'll just go back and I'll load something that's not, well, I need to turn that bias down just a little bit and then we'll load a game.
So do you have that ROM loaded in there, that cartridge, test ROM?
Yeah, this is from the Super Nintendo.
See, I don't have that, so I don't.
That's what you get with the Mr. Cool. Cage. You can upload any ROM.
Yeah.
So this is just the test cartridge from the Super Nintendo loaded right now.
So you bought it from?
I bought the Mr. Cade from Mr. Add-ons years ago.
When it was the ROM itself, you can download on the guy's site.
The ROM is free. Yeah, the ROM is free from the 240p Test Suite website. And that
I
whole
gotta check that
ROM
out.
that you sell, yeah, it's on just about every gaming platform. Not all of them, but a lot of them. All right,
I'll
let me
check it
turn
out
this
because I
down.
can just download it wirelessly to the Mr. Cade there.
Yes, you can. All right, hang on.
Yeah, white balance looks much better now. Someone's saying in chat. It definitely looks better. It looks, well, I don't know. I didn't see the before, but from what you're saying, it looks better. And it does look, the colors look really vibrant. So,
Better. There we go. A little bit more.
and usually the camera will kind of tone it down a little bit. So if it looks good on camera, it looks probably even better in person. FPGA Gaming is saying, truly inspiring that you guys learned this on your own. I thought people who do this kind of work had some sort of electrician background, but we do not. It's just the love of the game. Right, Steve?
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Let's see if we can... If I can remember... Like, that's the problem. I can never remember how to record.
Oh,
Yes, here we go. Neo Geo. Let's see. Let's just see how the Neo Geo looks on this thing now. And, there we go. 3 count out. Oh, man, this thing looks so much better.
Nice. We'll see how long it lasts. If it's tomorrow, you turn it on, you're like, oh, look. No, but they usually, from my experience when I've done it, they've lasted years.
It looks,
you know, there's always going to be
amazing.
people trolling saying it doesn't, but
golly,
that looks great.
Yeah, compared to like what it was. Here, let me get a little closer.
You could simulate what it looked like by turning the screen pot on the flyback.
Let me see if
you turn the flyback down, it'll the brightness, you know.
While I'm sitting here and letting it run for a minute, let me see if I can find even any real, because it should be relatively easy. I keep like files for everything, but this might have been so early that it might have been pre-filing before I started keeping files, because it's been years since I worked on this one. But normally, like everything from the last like 3 years, I've had Google Drive folders saved for the restorations. Sign in. There we go. Let's see if we can find.
My next project now is probably going to be the. I have a Ghouls and Ghosts PCB I have to repair.
That, really? The PCB?
Yeah, you know what it is. I have one that has issues with the. It has like glitches on it, and it's the custom chip is bad. Someone told me.
Oh,
and
okay.
I diagnosed it, through forums, and they said, yeah, that's it. Just with simple tools, nothing fancy, because I stink at PCBs. But then a friend of mine gave me a board. He's like, hey, you can have this board. It has a bootleg like amplifier on the sound part. If you take the original chips from yours and swap it over, you'll fix your board.
Okay,
so that's what I'm going to do.
Nice. I do see I'm trying to find the folder here.
Monitor looks really good.
Gosh, I found the service notes. Where's the folder?
FPGA Gaming, what is your first language, out of curiosity?
Here we go.
He said English is not his first language. He's doing pretty good. I'm understanding everything he's saying.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I found the folder. 1023.
Steve, you're a magician. There's a comment right there for you.
October 23. There it is. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I found pictures. Look at this. Whoa. Oh, that scared me. Gosh. I'm sitting here in the white screen on the splash screen was in my peripheral, and it just like scared me. I thought it popped while I'm sitting here. So I found, look at this. I found it. I found the file.
Oh, you found another picture?
I found the file. So I'm going to put these pictures over your head.
I'm going to say something real quick to FPGA Gaming. Hablo español también. Yo soy de Puerto Rico. So there we go. Speaking to him in Spanish, I just said I know Spanish too. Very fluent in it. I'm bilingual.
That's a good thing. All right. So this
All
is
right.
when I last worked on this thing, was from 10/23. So it's been 2 years. So thankfully it's fully documented, but you could tell, well, I mean, I did a pretty good job of taking, like, looks brighter on here than it did, but you could tell that is like maxed out and it wasn't bright.
You
Doesn't
want
really.
meant the FPGA gaming.
So that's
So yeah, that looks
really
dimmer. Yeah.
like, if you see this picture is really good.
Yeah, that's
Like
a
you can
perfect one.
see like how that red was basically, and that's cranked all the way up. And
Yeah, can you flip flop the screens?
so let's
I mean, you
see.
see the difference. The other one's kind of small. If you
Yeah,
just,
let
hang
me
it out.
put face side by side, and
There you go.
then let
Oh
me
yeah, look at that.
let me go back to the screen that we were just looking at. It. Let me go back and load the Super Nintendo again. And again, the thing is like this, what we're looking at after we've done all this is with us, like I've turned down all the pots and stuff. Like it was all cranked up and wasn't showing on.
Oh yeah, you had to turn it down
Right,
when you
because you
rejuvenate.
saw,
Yeah.
you could, like I told you, you could see where the red was bleeding through on the screen. It's hard to see that kind of stuff on the camera lens, but you could definitely see it. Let's go in here and do this.
I mean, even the whites look vibrant. That's because RGB together makes white.
Yes. Okay, cool. I have to go in here and redefine the buttons again.
And you had capped it prior, right? You said you did.
Yeah, that's what the file that you're looking at is.
You
That
recapped
shows
them all. Yep.
all the caps being done. A, B. I'll just make them the regular buttons. X, Y, L, and R. Start. Okay. So yeah, there we go. A. If we go to color
Let me
bars.
go back to the screen. I'm trying to find some links for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, let's go a little closer. So I turned down the red a little bit, but I can turn it back up. It's, obviously, it's
Here, I found it. I'm going to link it to you guys here. Share. All right, I put a link in chat that I'll send it to you, Steve, also in Discord on the side. You can post that later. If I can find it. Ah, here it is. Okay. And then in chat, I will throw it there. So this is how to rejuvenate. This is exactly what we did in this video. And that has the picture-in-picture support. I've been thinking about doing another one in 4K or something, but this one is just so good that I don't really need to. Like, I keep looking at it and go, yeah, this one's actually really good. I'm not going to, why should I redo something that's been done already? Oh, yeah, you could tell the one on the right is definitely more vibrant. You should take a picture of it while you're at it, Steve, and then you can post the before and after on Twitter. I think he walked away, but. Oh, yeah, it looks like Jim Spriggs says he has an electronic engineering degree in the 1970s. He says it was a huge advantage. Yeah, for sure. So the other thing that helps with this, I think you were asking earlier, PO17 is just make a lot of friends in the community. So on the forums, I've met a lot of people that that go to the same shows that I do. And then, you'll trade stuff there. You'll trade parts or chassis or whatever. And then you just get to know each other and just chat. We usually chat in Facebook Messenger. We have like a group chat going on. If you have any questions on something, you just say, hey, has anybody seen this?
Blue, it's too high. Okay.
2 or 3 brains are better than 1. And some of the guys I chat with, like, they can read schematics very easily because that's their background. I'm terrible at reading schematics, I admit it. But I could if I have to, but I usually just ask them. and they help me out. Yeah, if you're a reclusive hermit, you can still be a keyboard warrior and go onto the forums. Klov is a good one to go on. It's KLOV. That's killerlistofvideogames.com. And when you go there, you click on the forums and you could join. And those guys, in order to reply, you need to be a member, but you can just view it publicly. You just do a search in their search box there. You can find anything on any monitor you want.
All right, sorry about that. Back finally. Still there, Dell?
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, let me let's flip through some photos. I don't know, maybe I can like pull Fatal Fury 3 up a little bit better than that.
So yeah, it was close to max, right? The brightness on the left, you have to really, no matter
on
what
the
you
left,
did.
that was like completely, well, if you push it too bright, it might wash the whole screen out.
Yeah, so it'll look, the blacks won't be black. That's the only
Yeah.
disadvantage to that. Yeah.
So now I have the blacks really black on this, and
So basically, by doing what we did with the rejuvenation, it makes the saturation of each color go up.
man, this
Yeah,
is like
so it's
very nice.
here, I'll type it in the chat. It's Klov. Some people call it Klov, which is incorrect. KLOV is really what you're supposed to say. It stands for Killer List of Video Games. KLOV.com. And I will put that in chat. So that's it, Klov.com.
Okay.
And it's cool. You can actually look under a database for any game you want, and it'll show you about the game. And then they have the forums, which I'll link as well. Sorry, Steve, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. You going to say something?
No, I just nailed my forehead though, and I think I'm.
And then the forum is here. I linked that as well in chat.
Okay.
That's probably where I learned everything, or 90% of my stuff, and of course YouTube. YouTube's great. I learned to change my brakes on YouTube for my car. Everybody's afraid to change their brakes but for me, I did it, and it was super easy, and I saved like $700 by doing that.
Really? They were that expensive, huh?
Yeah, they quote you like at the dealer like $1,000, and then you just buy them for $300 and do it yourself.
That's a great picture right there. Look at that. Look at the difference right there.
Oh, perfect.
Look at how much different that looks. I mean,
yeah, that looks really good.
There's your before and after. Like, that's a perfect before and after. That looks way better than the other one did. Like the
I just screenshot that. I'm gonna post it on my Twitter there.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. That'll show before and after like really nicely.
Yeah.
So I mean, it looks amazing compared to what it did. There's a little bit of just, I mean, normal stuff with the monitor. I feel like the pin's a little out, but you can't do you can't adjust these chassis like horizontal size, can you?
You can. There's a horizontal width coil in there.
Oh, but it has to be with a certain tool, right?
Yeah, so use like a plastic tool that has like a hex. You can use, but I don't recommend it, a Allen key.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to do it while it's off because it'll literally heat up. It's like, those conductive stoves.
Okay.
It works the same way. Like if you put it in there, you're putting it in a coil, and it'll actually feel like you're getting shocked, but it's actually getting hot. So you can do it. You could turn it off, turn it a little bit, turn it back on. But I don't recommend that only because if you use that metal, it can break.
Yeah, I was going to say it would be a better idea not to do that. Like... Yeah.
But they have tools. I could probably send you one. I have one.
Yeah, or send me a link to something that...
I have a nice tool. I usually do a giveaway when I do that on my channel.
There we go. One last shot, guys. This is perfect. Like, that shows... That does such a good job of showing what we just did. And we've been running it now for like 20 minutes. So let's get this off the
Brooks
screen.
is asking what kind of input you're using.
Okay, I'll get back out here and I'll turn
he's using the FPGA Mr. Cade to plug into a Neo Geo machine that's on there. Yeah, it's nice and rejuved. 1 second.
Yep. There we go. Let me get the lights here. I actually nailed the snot out of my forehead
Okay.
on the
Perfect.
shelf. Look at that. I'm bleeding. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Look at there. I knocked my
I didn't
head.
even notice.
I didn't notice either until I was like, why is there wet on my forehead? I jumped up
Oh,
earlier in the dark and I hit my noggin on a corner of one of my shelves where my like oscilloscope
man.
is. Right here.
You know, at the show, did I tell you this? I stapled my finger
No.
with a power stapler. Yeah, the air compressor, I had
gosh,
it.
here we go.
And they were like 2-inch staples. Like that thing went in
Oh
pretty
my
deep. It
gosh.
still hurts 2 weeks later.
Oh, I bet. Here we go. Let's
But I
move
have
this back
two.
around.
I'm gonna see if I can bring it up.
Oh
But I
gosh.
still have, I'm zooming in.
Yeah.
This is my I don't know if you could see it, but there's 2 punctures. You see them?
I kind of see him. Yeah, there we go.
It went straight into my finger,
Oh,
like deep.
yeah.
And I was like, that's it. I'm going home. It was like almost time to close up on Friday, I think it was. Yep, it's my cue to go home.
Yeah. Yeah, like dude, I mean, thankfully I didn't knock myself unconscious and like fall over there on the live chassis and live YouTube. The
That
end
would
of
suck.
Steve.
I can't even end the stream. I'd be like,
I know,
help!
you'd be like, what happened? Somebody
Somebody
go
call
over.
911.
Somebody go find Steve, quick. Geolocate him. Oh man, that was fun. So that actually, I mean, that I'm really surprised by that, and I'm super happy about that because it makes it a lot easier. Now, before we go, I do want to do one thing. I'm gonna disconnect this monitor, and I want to do the little trick where we measure the yoke ohms, and then maybe I'll. No, thank you. Manuel said, "Do I need a tetanus shot?" It was wood. The shelf's wood, so no worries. No metal exposure. But yeah, we'll measure like the resistance or reduction of the yoke.
Yeah, the ohm. Yep.
Yes, the ohm readings. So let me take a second. I'll disconnect the power and all the stuff on this. But if somebody was asking about how this hooked up, yeah. So what this does, I've done a whole video on this. If you want to go look at my channel and type in like Neo Geo machine, it's guaranteed to be one of the 3 videos I've made on this machine. You go, Mr. Cade has a JAMA board coming out of it, and then there's like a JAMA to Neo Geo mini board that you use with it, and that just converts it to a Neo Geo cab, and that's literally what's running all this, is that Mr. Cade, which is the same thing as a Mr. in arcade platform. So that's what it's getting, is Mr. through RGB, because these just run RGB and then sync and sync, right? And ground.
Yeah, I'm gonna run and get mine so they can see it. I'll be right there.
Okay. Yeah, while he's doing that, guys, chill. I'm going to start tearing this monitor down. It's funny. I've literally got my whole Neo Geo right in the hallway here. You can kind of see where, like, the edge of it is right there. My hand is. And it makes it nice for testing these, but, man, I'm just super impressed with the way that rejuvenation worked. All right, I'm going to go do that while Dell's got his stuff. All right.
This is it right here. I actually pulled it out of my candy cab because I have it in there on my horizontal candy cab. But it looks like this. This is a Mister. It's called the Mr. Cade. And you can buy this extra cover for it, and it's great because it says it says Mr. Cade is shaped like a goat because it is the greatest of all time. That's why he did that. And so that's it. The Mister plugs in through this connector here. Where is it? The JAMA connector. So that allows you to put it right onto a arcade platform. And then it just runs exactly just like a Mr. Cade does, but it has the RGB direct from the connector into the arcade machine. It even has a kick harness on it if you have Street Fighter. So for Street Fighter fans, you'll know what that means. It gives you the bottom buttons. And you can adjust the volume and everything here. The menu buttons are right here to choose games. And that's what you're seeing Steve do. But he's actually has a keyboard. I have one too. There's a dongle here for a keyboard. And that's what he's using, a wireless keyboard on it. But it's really cool. It has outputs for all different platforms here. And it's also, you don't really need to use this power here. You actually use the power from the connector itself, 12 volts and 5 volts, whatever it may be. And that's it. That's the Mr. Cade. Pretty cool device. Well worth its weight in gold when it comes to, I use this all the time. And you can update it. They have new cores coming out all the time. It's about, how much did this cost? I don't know, $500 or $600 back then. I don't know. It's probably cheaper now, but that was during COVID when the prices of the DE10 Nano, which they stopped making, by the way, was very expensive. It's cheaper to go the Raspberry Pi route. So I have a Raspberry Pi connector. There's a board you can buy. It's called Pi to JAMA, that has a JAMA connector here, and you just put the Pi on it, and you're running emulated games through the Pi, but you can actually run it on an arcade machine. Let me go to chat and see what you guys say for more questions here. I have both monitors. You got to see my setup. I have like a monitor here for chat, another one over here, second monitor. I have one up here and one down there. So it's like 1, 2, 3, about 4 of them. Let's see. Before you guys leave, is there any info on K4900 flyback spec? I'm checking that on the board I'm working on since I can't pinpoint this short. Unfortunately, no. I want to say, unfortunately, no for the 4900 because the flyback specs, you have to get inductance values on that. I really don't know much about other than what I'm saying right now, but from what I was told, you can't like swap any other. That's why they have to be exact. You can't swap any flyback that looks the same, even though it'll fit. It's different because they all have inductance values that are different, and it's a really expensive machine to measure that. So you can't measure it with a multimeter.
Out of the way.
So, yeah. So that's why people end up just swapping the flyback. So they do make reproduction flybacks for that. Some will argue that they're worse. Some say they're better. You know, if it's cracked and not working or something, then swap it out.
All right, cool. So,
input lag's crappy on the Pi. There is a Pi that's out there, a Pi to JAMA board that reduces that lag a little bit, but you can always play with the settings in the emulators. There's some anti-lag stuff in there that makes it a little better. But you know, if you're playing a console game like Legend of Zelda or something like that, or some adventure game that doesn't really care about lag, then you still enjoy the experience.
all right. So I've got my multimeter here, and we're gonna check out just a little bit more on this monitor. Let's go over to my face, my bloody forehead. And I've set it over here on ohms, right? Correct? Just on ohms.
Yeah.
So pretend like we're not doing, we don't know what we're doing here. And then let me put this up so maybe it'll show.
So the first thing I do, I'll set it to, because sometimes like you have the colored, usually it's red, right? Red and blue, and then yellow and green for the horizontal or the vertical pairs that you're looking for. One is for horizontal, one's for vertical. So what I'll do is I'll set the meter to continuity first, just to make sure they beep, that the circuit's good, because they should beep. So if you plug it into red and blue, it should beep and do its thing before you even go testing stuff out. But that's if you're looking for a bad yoke or something.
Right. So like when it comes to this one, the two front are on a loop, and then the two back. So it's like the vertical and then the horizontal, correct? Right?
Yeah.
And that's what each of those are. So let me get a little closer here. Let's see if I can
Let me just
clean
my
that
screen.
image up. All right. A little bit. Now, right now I'm in continuity mode, like you said. So when I press them together, you probably can't hear it on your screen due to
No, I hear it.
okay. So when I do that, those match and then those match.
Yeah.
Now it's giving me an ohms reading already, but I also just go over to ohms on the meter itself, right? I mean, get a better reading, right? So we're just checking the resistance of each line on itself, right? Not against each other.
Right.
So We're getting on the front end 1.7, 1.6. Let's try it again. 1.7. So I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, I'm trying to go to my description here. So I don't have any for. Yeah, I'll write that down too. Let me get a marker
1.7.
here.
Then if I go to the rear, that's going to be higher than 1.7. Have to be. But I don't know what it's doing right now.
What'd you say? 1.7?
Okay, there we go. Yes, 1.7. 7.6.
The other one should be higher.
Yeah. 7.6,
Typically.
7.7. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
All right, so
7.7. 7.6. Now, which one typically you said let's see. Trying to see if this one has all four. It does have them all plugged into one. So, like on the color coding for this one, it looks like it's like blue and maybe red. And that was the lower ohms, and then white and yellow are on the higher ohm reading.
mm-hmm.
So do we know just based on that which winding is which?
Yeah, so I'm getting that info in a minute. I believe horizontal is the higher number, but I can double check. Let me see.
Okay.
Hold on.
Well, I'm just
I'm actually going to my I'm going to my own video to find out because I have it in the description there.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. Nope, it's not that one. It's a different one.
All right. So that's the reading on that one. And now I'm going to put the other, while you look at that, I'm going to grab this other one and put it up here and swap places.
Okay. I threw it in chat. I'm actually going to go to the link for that. Here it is. Oh, that's not it. It was the one before that. Oh, you know what? I think I threw it somewhere else. That's why.
Okay.
All right, I'll find it.
So
I'll just go back.
Let's see if this one, how this one reads out. Now the other one had that spot on the top. I'm gonna just pop this off here to the bottom this time. Okay. Let's go back to the continuity mode first, like you said. See if we get the same kind of thing. All right, so that's doing the same thing where the front ones are on a loop, back ones are on a loop. The front color. The front color is blue and red, so that's the same. And then there's a yellow that's the same, but the other one's green.
Yep.
So it's a little different. So let's do ohms now. So this is the
YouTube's terrible, man. They changed things where I'm trying to click on my description, but then I'm clicking on all these other like live replay chats, and then that's not it. I have to back out. Here it is. I think I found it.
All right, so let's see here. This one.
Okay.
You guys see that right there? We've got the front one reading 1.3.
All right, horizontal is the lower number. Vertical is the higher number.
Okay, so we got that reversed when we were talking earlier. So this would be horizontal, was 1.7. Horizontal here is probably this one.
Okay, and what was the other one?
It keeps going down. Let's see. This one's gone all the way down to 1. And the other one was 1.7. 1.1.
Really? They're very close.
Mm-hmm. For that, let's see what the back does. Look, the back's almost the same.
Do you have access to the chassis?
Chassis of what?
I usually
TV?
just sometimes I get weird readings with that. I'll just go directly from the plug. Like I'll unplug it from the chassis and just
well,
go
it's
in that.
plugged right here.
Oh, it has a smaller plug.
Yeah.
Okay, it's hard to get in. You don't have the skinny ones to fit, right? Yeah, I don't think it'll fit.
Let's see. Blue
Okay.
and red. We're on a. No, they're not fitting in there.
No. Sometimes I'll go through the top also. It's a bigger hole where the wire goes in.
Yeah. Let's try that. Yeah, because there's a metal plate right there. Should be able to stick it in there. So I could go. Yeah, that's the reading. 1.1. And 1.1, 7.9.
7.9. Okay, 7.9 is what you want.
So
1.1 is horizontal and vertical is 7.9.
Yeah, so is that what? How do you know if it's I mean, those are pretty close kind of numbers, but is that close enough?
Is this the spare chassis here?
This is the spare that I have. This
that you were going to swap in?
The spare tube. This is the spare tube, and we'll test this tube in a second because it should be the same pinout.
Right, but the so what you need to do is
the donor tube.
Yeah, you have to pull that little. So the connector is going to be different.
Right, so I would just have to take the connector on the chassis and just splice it with this.
Yeah, I've used like butt connectors, like it's down and dirty, but it works.
Well, I just splice it and
I chop the other one off. Yeah.
Chop the other one off and then put heat shrink on it and snap it in there if I wanted to do that. Let's see.
Yeah, you just got to keep track of the colors. Usually on the Walls Gardner, it'll be yellow and green for the horizontal. No, sorry, for the vertical. And then red and blue.
That's what it is here. It's yellow. Funny enough, it's yellow and green and red and blue, just like the other one. So this is a pretty darn close. I mean, this is like.
But then when you put it together, sometimes the image will be upside down. Then you
have to swap them because they're reversed, right?
Yeah, but you got to make sure not to swap horizontal and vertical. You have to only take the horizontal and swap those two pins around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why it's easier to do the single connectors. But then if somebody comes around,
but everything else is plug and play.
Then it's you're in trouble. Let's see.
Yeah.
So that adapter.
Is that the CR23?
Yeah, that's CR23. Let's go ahead and take a tube test here while we can on this new tube.
I want to say this is a long stream, but it's very interesting and fun. So I'm all in.
It's not that long yet.
I'm off all day today. So.
It's 2 hours we're up to, so we're good.
Yeah.
Which is good. I mean, it's good we're here. We might as well do all this stuff at once. Again, we're all here together. It's like a nice long course, nice long community college course here on CRTs and rejuvenation.
Good.
And getting real
113
experience.
Minutes ago.
So
34 watching right now.
All right, let's go in here and
going up.
Yeah, guys, it does help us on the back end if you still hit the like button. It will have more people watch the replay.
We have 52 likes. It jumped up.
Awesome. There we go. We're doing good. Okay, cool. Let's so I've just set the things we talked about. This is just the first thing where I've gone 6.3 and the reason I've done all 50? This is pretty much the same tube number, I guess, as the other one.
Yeah, what's the tube number? You can read it to me outside.
That's stupid. Look, I haven't even plugged the tube.
It's definitely not going to work.
Oh gosh.
You're just excited that it may work.
There we go. Like, yes.
So what's the tube number on that? Read it off and I'll just type it in real fast.
Let's see. A63AFW32X.
Okay. 32X. Here it is. It says, let's see, for 6.3
Okay.
and 50 volts.
Okay, cool. So let's go back now. We've got it connected. And we'll go back here and do the setup. And we've got to raise that. Oh, that's the wrong one. Here we go. A little bit. This is good. This is all good. Let's go test. Or cut off, sorry. Set cut off. Now, this is interesting. This is like really working well with this. I'm betting this tube's going to be nice. Oh.
Yeah, you have a perfect view right there. You could see it's very responsive when you throw it all the way to the right.
Gosh, everything's drifting.
You know what you can offer too, at people's own risk, but you could always bring your rejuvenator to shows, and then you can rejuve people's tubes, because not everybody has a rejuvenator.
Here we go. I know, right? See, this is doing the same thing, though. I gotta think there's something going on with this.
The cable.
The
with
adapter. Yeah, like it's got to be something. Either maybe like a disconnection in it or something. I haven't really looked at it. So let's go now, and it still should be pretty much the same pins. Yeah, because it's the same pins as before. I could tell where it's got the heater and like.
I wonder, like,
the
you know,
grain.
offline, maybe you can look at it and just figure it out. Like, oh, he connected this wrong, and just
I feel
solder
like
it in
maybe
place.
it's literally maybe the two heaters are like swapped.
Yeah.
Because when I did it with the again with the
universal one.
The universal one, I swapped the heaters. That was the only thing different. So let's see.
Make sure it's off too.
Yeah, it's all the way off.
Yep.
And it's not. I'm not plugging that in yet.
I mean, I'm all for some excitement on this.
This is junk TV, so right? Who cares if we blow it up? Just kidding. So
yeah, there's some people joining now that they said they'll watch the re-stream later.
Yeah,
it's gonna be up. It's not going away. Yeah.
No, it'll be up. Yeah. So we're
and comment.
Blue.
Let us know what you think.
Hmm.
If you guys want more, if you want less, whatever you guys want, just comment in the comments later on.
All right, let's go back. We'll switch so we're both on the thing. Zoom out a little bit. Try to get this hooked up right. I have to go look at the other neck.
Yeah, that's fine. I can go through comments in the meantime. Let's see here. Let me just go and zoom in. So yeah, AM is saying it's very helpful that you guys are troubleshooting live. It's good to see the process, and that is exactly right. It's never a 5-minute issue, even though in your mind you think it is, and then it'll be an hour later. No complaints. Great streams from Robcat. Thanks for joining. Scott Snyder says, I just joined, but I'll watch the whole stream later. More is always better. So yeah, so meaning like, you know, I'll join. I'm off pretty much every Friday. I only work 4 days a week, so now I have more time on my hands, which is great because on my channel, I'm able to edit more now. So you'll be seeing some videos come out, you know, on processes. Like I have a Mad Planets arcade machine that I'm fixing, and I replaced the soundboard on it with a reproduction from a guy named Tony Swan, and it's flawless. It works great, and it fixed my problem. So that one's being edited as we speak.
Oh, right.
I have a couple of restorations down the line, so you'll see those as well. In addition to this, you know. And then, of course, I did shoot some footage at the show for the Retro World Expo, so I'll try to release that soon. Anthony then said, I just picked up the same rejuvenator myself recently. Yeah, it's a really good rejuvenator, the BNK 467. And I'm going through some more stuff here. I'm trying to link to that. I gave it to Steve already in his Discord. So let me just go to it real quick. Hey guys, welcome to. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Volume. YouTube. Perfect. All right, so here again is the link to the rejuvenation. If you want to know how to do it with the 467.
And G1. And
a big shout out to Buffett. Buffett's the guy who I watched his videos on how to do it, but I figured I'd do a video myself on a more, where I have cameras at every angle so you can see everything happening when you do the rejuvenation. But it loses slight points for this bad adapter though. I'll have to call him and tell him. Maybe he'll send us a new one or something. Let's see what else we got. So, have you guys actually met Steve in person out of curiosity in chat at a show? I think someone mentioned that they did see all of you guys together in one booth and they felt a little intimidated, but all these all-stars, these CRT and retro all-stars all in one booth, but they're super friendly.
Yeah, we like to talk to people.
Yeah.
Sure some people have. All right, let's see how this one goes. This is the universal adapter. Philips, yeah, I've used so Frank Broerst I just looked up is asking if I've used Philips TVs. I've used a bunch of Philips TVs. They're nice. They're generally made with nice parts, like Nichicon, Rubicon capacitors, and like really well-made boards. Some of them can be RGB modded. Some of them can't be. It's hard to determine based on just without looking at the models specifically, but they are good. All right, let's see if this works. Let's see what happens this time.
AM saying he lives in Oregon, and you guys are all on the East Coast. Yeah, that's a long way to ship a CRT if you have to ship
it. That is true.
It's a greater chance it'll break.
Let's see. Yeah, we're getting some heater reaction now. Let's see.
I do plan to go to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo next year, though, so I will be out there.
Really?
We have a family out there in Oregon.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I lived in Oregon for a little bit after college. Portland, actually. For like 2 years.
I could tell because you pronounce it correct. Most people on the East Coast call it Oregon. And I'm like, no, it's Oregon.
All right, so I've got it ready to test over here. We're going to go for the test. Yeah, see, I mean, this tube, look at this one. I pretty much need to probably swap this tube in. Look how perfect this one is.
Yeah, is it?
Look at that. So
all green.
Yeah, it's definitely a swapped heater on this adapter. That's the only issue. It's got to be that. So I just need to, and I could probe that pretty easily, compare that, but that would make sense because now it's working perfectly, and I think that just the heater swapped. And,
well, I apologize on his behalf.
No, it's not. I mean, thankfully, we figured out.
You said they were right.
Because for the longest time, I've been trying to use this thing, and I'm like, I don't understand. I thought something was wrong with my machine, and I was like, it doesn't make any sense, and it's hard to use this machine. You don't usually have somebody with you that also has one all the time and knows how to use it, and like, so this is actually really good for me. Because then again, like I said, this is easy for me to just swap that. Very easy, actually. I can just pop the two out of there.
Pop out the pin, you mean?
Yeah, because it's already so nicely soldered up here. I might just pop the pin out and put it in the right spot, or the different spot, swap them. So, there you have it. I mean, this tube is like, I guess I could zoom in. Green. I could zoom in again just before we get done with this part. And
you can go full screen too. So
oh no, I just think I went all dead on my. There we go. Okay.
Oh no, now you're good.
There we go. All right, let's go over here. Go full screen. And see, this is a live shot. I mean, they're all That's like
That's really great.
That's pretty much like new condition, and nowadays, like to get a test like that, that's
very low.
And you can see there's all the cutoffs
Sure.
back to where they were. Cool. All right, excellent.
That's awesome.
So we definitely.
I mean,
have
that
good
said, though,
tube.
you did revive a dead tube.
Right. So
You can use it for now, and then if it starts giving you issues again, then do the swap.
yeah.
But you got to test the ohms on the other one. You don't know what they are yet.
I do know what they are. We did test them.
Oh,
I tested them before I
Wait.
moved it.
both?
Yes.
Well, for the donor tube, right? But not the original.
This is
tube.
the donor. Yeah, and I've got the readings for the original right here. I did those.
Oh, so what are the original ones? I missed that part. I got 1 point.
Horizontal's 1.7, and
On the-
vertical
on
was
the
the
Neo Geo?
same. Yeah, vertical was almost the same, like 7.8.
Oh, so I would just swap it then.
Yeah, you could just
That's
swap.
like a drop-in. They call that a drop-in replacement. Those are so rare to have. But on 25 inches, they're more common than on 19.
So that's safe, but that's safe enough. Let me see.
Yeah.
Because I sent you pictures of the other one. Let me see what the readings were. Because I
Yeah,
remember
if
we were
anything-
texting, and I could show you the. Let's see. I
So
remember-
if they're off by a little bit, it's not a big deal because you'll just have some. It won't damage the chassis at all, but will it? If they're close enough. And what you may do is you might be out of range. Like let's say you can't adjust the width out or something if they're a little too
okay.
off. But then you could change out width caps, which is super easy, or just turn the knob so that it fits. You're going to do that anyway with the adjustment knobs.
All right, let's see if I have that. I did take
That'd
pictures.
be a cool video to see.
I did
know,
take pictures. Like what? The swapping the yoke?
So
yes.
I'm
so
able.
here we
I don't
go.
know if you're able to, but I'm able to record in OBS.
Yeah.
And we can do, if you want, we can meet offline, do the tube swap, and then you can make it into an episode or something.
Yes. So this is interesting because this original one, right? I've got pictures here of my original readings that I took also from the actual connector, and like that's not in focus
Not
here.
zooming.
Let me see. Hang on. Let me go back to that. All right, let's go and see if I can focus that a little better. So, like, there's one and it's reading 7.4, and then the other one was reading a little higher at 2.1. 2.1 and 7.4.
Yeah, that's perfect. 2.1 is close enough to, even if you had 1.1 ohms,
They're
you would
kind of
be
like
fine.
drifting a little bit in and out between the difference.
Yeah.
So that's close enough, though.
Yeah,
think-
that's a total compatible.
Okay.
Yeah, it's totally compatible. 100%.
Then I think that's probably
Yeah, I've had
what
like
may end up happening is I might. That's what I still think. So yeah, let's try to. What I'll go ahead and do is like I'll preemptively remove the tube.
I mean,
I could film like that portion myself, removing the tube from both of them, showing the tests we just did, and then like we can get together and do the section of when I put the other tube in, we'll splice the yoke and then we'll test it like that, and then we'll chop that up.
yeah, what I usually do before I'll splice the yoke, but then sometimes it'll be backwards, so you don't want to
Right.
make them permanent splices for
Well, I
some
was
of them.
gonna say, could
You
I
gotta
just
reverse them.
use right? I could just use like alligator clip jumpers.
Yeah, right.
Temporarily to test.
And then right, and then if the image is backwards, you switch them.
Right,
and
and
then
then-
once you know, then you pop them all in. Yeah,
Yeah, and then we're not like doing anything permanent yet,
Yep.
like till it's cool. Yeah, I think that would be really awesome. This might have been like the best thing to happen for both ways. I know, I mean, like we've been on 2 hours.
Well,
but
I think there's a reason right here. No, I'm just
Yeah. But I mean, seriously, like we did it. Like and it's really so we
Yeah.
got like a lot figured out. We saved the other tube from technically not even needing to be totally swapped out. But the fact is, this one is like so nice. No screen burn, same size, same pinout, beautiful numbers. I want to since the guy brought it
Is
here.
is that a bonded yoke? Do you know? Because some of them you can't remove. There's no key to like take it out. It's like glued on there.
No, this is like it's got
It's
a O-ring
key.
with a
Okay.
like the
Yeah,
the
some of
screw.
them like the yokes aren't compatible. You got to take the whole yoke off. Like it's
Oh,
bonded.
you
You can't
mean-
take it off.
Well, no, this one's good. It's actually got like
Yeah,
a
even though you don't need
wedge.
to take it off. Yeah.
It might obviously have issues with convergence or something, but obviously the colors are perfect, and the factory rings are still in the same position. They've not moved. Yeah, I did get all dressed up.
Yeah,
class.
that's funny. I saw that when he first got there. He was like, "Oh, that's a cool shirt."
So yeah, I mean, does anybody have any like questions? Because I think we've kind of done just about everything.
Yeah.
We probably should here for this. And if you guys have any questions, you should definitely, if you're not already, go subscribe to Dell's channel, and we can talk more. You can check out anything on his channel too. He's got a bunch of great resources for this kind of stuff also. And also,
I try to go ad free on there too.
rejuvenation.
Like you won't get interrupted ever, like in the middle of a long stream or something. Because I disable those.
Oh,
I
you
only
just
have them at the
disable 'em?
beginning and at the end because they force you.
Yeah,
You know,
I know. It's like it's
If you
such a
turn them
pain.
off, right? I tried going ad free completely. They if you go ad free, they have the right to put them anywhere inside, even though you're not authorizing it.
Yeah.
So what I do is I try to take control by saying yes, I want ads, and then I minimize it.
Yeah, I've done that too, where I just try to make it a beginning ad, and then like at most an ad like once in 30 minutes or something. But it is right. Like if you turn all that stuff off, they'll like back end load it with ads, and then like you get no credit for it.
Yeah.
and what did I have? I had an hour-long repair video that I said YouTube can add the ads to, and it added like 21 ad breaks in an
like
hour.
it's crazy if you let with the AI do everything for
Oh,
you.
and like nowadays it'll wait till the most dramatic moment. It had like a 3-minute ad. Like it's the AI finds the most
Yeah,
dramatic.
so that's what made me. I have YouTube Premium. And what made me switch is that I used to listen to like talking head stuff in the shower while you listen to it while you're on,
Right.
and then it would have like a 3-minute ad, and I wouldn't be able to like. Usually, if it's 30 seconds or a minute, it'll just go away, right? This thing would just stay on ads, and then they started increasing them to 5, and then 10-minute like infomercials. I was like, all right, you got me, premium.
Yeah, I started Premium a long time ago, and one of the best things is that you could, like, I use it to listen to music also, and you could just turn like your screen off and like listen to it with the screen off, and if you don't, like, they totally disable that on non-premium.
They used to work
it's
at
so
one point.
ridiculous
And
that
then they're like, oh, we can get more money.
we could
Let's
literally turn
have
off
people
the
turn it off
feature.
and not work.
Yeah. Now we're gonna
HBO
drain your
does that
battery.
too.
Yeah.
You'll get a black
Oh,
screen
yeah.
if you try hooking up your phone to a TV.
Uh-huh.
Black screen. It used to work. They don't want you doing that. It's
Gosh. Well,
All
I
right,
mean, it's
so-
been pretty good. I think we got probably through everybody. I'm not seeing much of anything left here. If you guys want to, if you come in late, drop a like for us, please, again, and go back. You can watch the beginning of the stream, and you can see the before and after of the rejuvenation process. Literally, you can see before and after pictures. You can see us working through the rejuvenation, and then finally finishing up by testing yokes. And next time we're really gonna swap the tubes in this. So thanks everybody for joining us. Any parting words, Dell?
I was trying to link to my site, but you'll put that in the description. So everybody check the description for that. And also for the B&K, which I sent to you in Discord.
Okay.
The B&K rejuvenation video with the picture-in-picture, where I'll have like a separate camera on the actual yoke, on the tube, the end of it. And then I rejuvenate it you can see me press it, and you'll see in real time the thing moving with the other picture-in-picture. It's pretty cool to see.
Yeah. And
everything you did, or you can watch this one again.
And like, if you click on like the title of this has your tag on it, and your tag is already in the description, definitely. So you can go click on just Dell's handle in the link of the video or above the video anywhere, and it'll take you right to his channel. But thanks again, everybody.
Cool.
See you next
We had a
time.
lot of fun.
And like,
Later.
I just so everybody knows, I do have a video that's already been released, a new deep dive into a crazy Samsung TV. It's on Patreon this week. It'll be out for everybody on YouTube for free next week. But it's already up, and you guys have a great week.